Liberal terms, Mr. Sowerberry, liberal terms. £5, please.
As a matter of fact, I was needing a boy.
Good, then it's settled. £5.
If you don't mind, cash upon liking, Mr. Bumble. Cash upon liking. Mrs. Sowerberry!
What is it?
Would you have the goodness to come here a moment, my dear?
What do you want? Well, what is it?
My dear, I've told Mr. Bumble.
Hello, Mr. Bumble.
Hello, Mrs. Sowerberry.
That we may consider taking on this boy to work in the shop.
Dear me, he's very small.
He is, ma'am, but he'll grow.
I dare say he will on our victuals and our drink. They're a waste of time, these workhouse boys. They always cost more to keep than what they're worth. Still, you men always seem to think you know best. Well, what are you going to do with him?
There's an expression of melancholy on his face, which is very interesting, my dear. He'd make a delightful coffin follower.
A what?
I don't mean a coffin follower to follow adults, but rather one for the children's practice. My sweet, he would be perfect to have one in proportion. A delightful idea, the more I think about it.
For once, just for once, you might have a decent idea. Very well then, boy, what's your name?
Oliver Twist.
A singular name.
I ain't one of my own choosing, Mrs. Sowerberry.
Yours, Mr. Bumble?
Mine, Mrs. Sowerberry.
How's that, Mr. Bumble?
The boy's mother came to us destitute, brings the child into the world, takes one look at him, and promptly dies without so much as leaving a forwarding address.
Dear me. Very well then, Oliver Twist. Do you think you can look like that gentleman up there?
Maybe if I had a black hat.
Never mind about the black hats.
The boy is quite right. These things must be proper and correct. Get the boy a top hat. Stand there under that picture, boy. Henry, really, it takes you twice as long as anyone to do anything. Yes. Yes. For once, you've had a good idea, Henry. Can you keep that expression for a long time, boy, with the crowd watching you?
I think so.
He's a born undertaker's mute. I can see him in a black silk suit, following behind the funeral procession with his features fixed in a suitable expression. There'll be horses with tall black robes to escort us to the family tomb. Mourners on all corners, been taught to weep in tune. In the casket lined in satin, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Large enough to where you're at, and that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
We're just here to glamorize you for that endless fee. You might just as well look fetching when you're 6 feet deep. So we'll drink a toddy to the party, beautiful. That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
That's your funeral. If you're fond of overeating, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Starve yourself by undereating, that's your funeral.
That's my funeral.
Visualize the earth descending on you clod by clod. You can't come back when you're buried underneath the sod. We will not reduce our prices, keep your vices usual. That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
I don't think this song is funny.
That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Here's the boy, now where's the money?
That's your funeral. We don't harbor things but harbor, there's no need to frown. In the end, we'll either burn you up or nail you down.
Have you eaten yet?
No, ma'am, not since.
Charlotte! What? Bring up some of the cold beds we left out for the dog. It hasn't been in all day, so it doesn't need them. I dare say the boy's not too dainty to eat him, are you, boy? Charlotte, love, this is the new boy. Give him to him. Have you done?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear it. Henry, get to bed. Charlotte, don't just stand there gawking. Very well then, Oliver Twist. Your bed's under the counter. I don't suppose you mind sleeping among the coffins, but it doesn't matter much whether you do or you don't. You can't sleep nowhere else.
I kicked.
Did you want a coffin, sir?
No, but you'll be wanting one before very long if you keep cheeking your superiors. You don't know who I am, I suppose, Workhouse?
No, I can't say as I do.
I'm Mr. Noah Claypole, and you're under me. So open up the blind, you idle young scalawag.
Hello, Noah. I saved a nice little bit of bacon for you for Master's breakfast. Oliver, shut the door. And take them bits of Betsy and go over there and make haste, because they'll want you to mind the shop. Did you hear?
Do you hear, Workus?
Lord, Noah, what a tease you are. Let the boy alone.
Let him alone? I'm giving the boy change, you silly thing. Everyone left him alone. His father left him alone, his mother left him alone, everyone left him alone except dear old kind old Noah. Eh, Charlotte?
You are on.
Workus, how's your mother?
You leave my mother out of this. She's dead.
When did she die of, Workus? Shortage of breath?
Never you mind.
Oh, but I do mind.
We better not say any more, see?
Better not? Better not if you don't mind. The cheek of it, the workhouse cheek of it. My mother says, she was nice and she was. You know, Workus, it can't be helped now, and of course, it couldn't be helped then. And I'm very sorry for it, and all that. But you must know, your mother was a regular right down bad.
What did you say?
Your mother was regular right down bad, and it's a good thing she died when she did, or she'd be having to do hard labor in prison, as like as not.
Help! Help! This is new boy's murdering me! Help! Charlotte! Vincent! He's my dad! Charlotte! Evan! What is happening? Mommy, no! Wretch! You little uncreepable girl! Villain!
Charlotte, some water quick! Oh, Charlotte! Oh, Charlotte! We could have all been murdered in our beds! Oh! Evans, I wanted a drink! A drink! Oh, Charlotte, what's to be done?
Here, dear. I don't know, Mother. Unless we send for the Bell Street Runners. Beetle! Mr. Bumble!
Oh, Mr. Bumble!
Where is he? Dead?
Very much alive.
Oliver!
You let me out of here!
Do you recognize his voice here, Oliver?
Yes?
And ain't you trembling when I speaks, Oliver?
No?
Of course the boy's insane, Mr. Bumble. No boy in half his senses can venture to speak so to you.
It's not madness, ma'am, it's meat.
What?
You've raised an artificial spirit in the boy unbecoming of his station in life. If you'd had kept him on gruel, this would have never had happened.
Dear me, this is what becomes of being generous.
Joe, the only thing that I can think of now to do is for me to take him back for a few days, starve him down a little, keep him on gruel. He comes from such bad family.
What's going on in my parlor?
It's that Oliver Twist. You've no idea what he's been up to. We had to lock him up. Never in all my life.
Say, you're a nice young fella, ain't you?
He called my mother names!
And what he did, you little ungrateful wretch? She probably deserved it.